Do you ever wonder what drives a person to commit a terrible crime? And once they do, how do they deal with the guilt? Fyodor Dostoevsky's Crime and Punishment is a classic story that explores these very questions. In this video, we'll break down the main points of this novel. And if you want to dive deeper, don't forget to click the link in the description to listen to the entire audiobook for free when you start your free trial on Audible. Crime and Punishment follows a young man named Raskolnikov. He's a poor student living in St. Petersburg, Russia, and he's struggling. He can't afford to finish his studies and he feels like a failure. He comes up with a theory. What if some people are above the law? What if someone like him could commit a crime for the greater good? Raskolnikov puts his idea to the test. He plans to kill an old pawnbroker, a woman he sees as greedy and evil. He believes that by killing her, he can use her money to help others and improve his life. But when he goes through with it, something goes wrong. He ends up killing the pawnbroker's innocent sister too, leaving him feeling shaken and confused. After the murder, Raskolnikov's mind starts to unravel. He feels intense guilt, though he tries to convince himself that he did the right thing. He isolates himself from friends and family, and his behavior becomes more and more erratic. He's haunted by nightmares and paranoia, always afraid of getting caught. As the story goes on, Raskolnikov meets several people who affect him in different ways. There's Sonia, a poor young woman who becomes a symbol of kindness and faith in his life. Her suffering shows Raskolnikov what true goodness looks like. She helps him face his guilt. There's also Porfiry, a clever police detective who suspects Raskolnikov's involvement in the murder. Porfiry doesn't have enough evidence to arrest him, but he plays mind games with Raskolnikov, trying to push him to confess. In the end, the weight of Raskolnikov's guilt becomes too much. After a long internal battle, he confesses to the crime and is sentenced to prison. But the novel ends on a hopeful note. Raskolnikov begins to find redemption through his suffering and his relationship with Sonia. Dostoevsky's Crime and Punishment is a deep dive into the human mind. It explores the idea of morality, guilt, and the consequences of trying to justify wrong actions. Raskolnikov learns the hard way that no one can escape punishment, not just from the law, but from their own conscience. Want to experience the full story for yourself? Click the link in the description to listen to the entire Crime and Punishment audiobook for free when you start your free trial on Audible. It's a gripping tale that's worth the listen. And don't forget, you can click the link below to get access to the audiobook version of Crime and Punishment, absolutely free with your Audible trial.